Um, yeah.
Yeah.
So we got the best from Finland and some of the best from Norway. Sadly, a few of our players dropped. But the underdog story is always the best story.
Yeah.
You know?
We'll see how it works out. Finland has definitely not been or the underdog for a while now. I think they only lost once to England when Frenzy went on an absolute tear, and then
Yeah.
outside of that, they've mostly just been taking it.
Aren't they the first seed too, England? Uh,
Uh, they might be.
yeah, it would be like, yeah,
Yep.
makes sense. Bose versus Faptori. Fox Zeros.
All right.
Uh-huh. We are two Fox mains, so this should be
I
fine.
am going to turn off my controller immediately because I use Rumble.
Oh, wow, yeah. Be careful with that.
Sorry about that. So let's see if we are getting in the game then. Yeah. Are you getting in the game? I'm just getting a black. Actually, that should be fine. I did get a confirmation ping. Sorry, a little bit of getting used to spectate mode here. I'll get used
Yeah,
to it in a bit.
this is a bit new.
Yeah. But yeah. Fox Ditto should be an exciting opening. Very safe pick for crew battles because it is very hard to counter pick a Fox outside of specifically FD picking, and you can't pick FD as a starter
No.
provided the Fox bans it.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like,
that it
you
is
can't
like it is
technically do
only
it.
the normal, like Cruise has the same rules as normal singles now, right?
Uh,
I would
it,
assume so. I mean, it makes
I
sense,
assume they still have
but
the count has the infinite timer. Practically speaking, I don't think it actually comes up because I I don't think there's ever been a timeout in Cruise.
I think I've seen a timeout in Cruise where they had 8 minutes on, which is why we always use 100 minutes,
Yeah, yeah,
just because like you don't want that. That
but
sucks.
timeouts are just really hard in general, especially if you're playing with a stock deficit.
Yeah,
So,
imagine you're coming in, you have two stocks as a.
oh,
Hmm? Oh yeah, okay.
oh, that's right. Sorry, I'll throw it back.
Yeah, imagine you're a you're a Peach main, two stocks coming in, four stocks versus a four stock puff on Dreamland.
Yep.
That's hard.
It is very hard.
Are they? They're warming
But
up,
at
right?
least in this Fox Ditto, I think it is flat out impossible for a Fox to go to timeout to be in a
Yeah,
Ditto anyway.
that's not happening. That
It-
is not happening. I don't think. I don't think it's possible if you're like if your opponent is good enough to actually camp them out.
well, even if your opponent is good enough to camp them out, the punish game is so skewed that it is easier to just get the four openings and
Than
then
it is
just
to just
go
camp.
from
Yeah.
there.
Looking at
Yeah.
these weird dash up tilts, looking pretty nice. And mean Pipsqueak made a video about it, about the where you buffer it, which I'm surprised a lot of a lot more people don't do actually. Like we just buffer hard up, so you don't need to slide it because then it's easy to get jab.
You don't. I haven't watched the video, so I'm not entirely sure about what it exactly is. But to me, it makes sense to just buffer any kind of tilt action in
Yeah, it
your
makes
movement
sense,
anyway.
but
So
a lot of
I,
people.
provided it's not something obscure and weird, I think
Yeah.
I do it, but I'm not actually
Yeah,
sure.
probably. I mean, there, but it seems like a lot of people don't do it. It's just like some people don't think about doing stuff in like in way dash lag. Uh, it's like, for example, if you're gonna do a turn on up tilt, you would like do the whole thing where you take it up and you roll it like quarter circle to get to the point where it reverses and you get to reverse up tilt, and it's kind of the same thing except you just do it up while in the way dash
Yeah,
lag.
But especially in melee, where whenever you're doing something, you're automatically buffering the eye to begin with. It would make sense to just get used to buffering for pretty much whatever you're doing
Yeah.
anyway, just because it is very flexible. That being said, we are going to see how well they implement this buffering and the rest of their gameplay to
Yeah.
see an
Let's
extent,
see
because I
it.
think warm-ups are done.
I think so too. Seems like it was pretty long warm up. That's nice.
Yep.
I love to see a long warm up because that means the players are taking it really seriously. When they have like a half-hearted like 20-second warm up, they're like, okay, I don't care that much.
Yep. Alternatively, it's production issues, but I don't think it is on our end, so they are very serious about it.
Okay, there we go.
There you go. Battlefield. Very neutral starter.
Yeah, I mean, this is the
Oh.
Fox Zero stage. This is where
Yeah.
you want to go.
That Shine already could have been a first stock immediately, just if he executed correctly on it afterwards.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, shown him back to the stage.
Let's talk about the players here and the picks. So Busa is a pretty old school Norwegian Fox. Been playing since 2008, seven, something like that, 8 or 9. Uh, and recently started playing again a lot more in the online era. You know, being locked in, like all of us, getting the melee itch again. And Faptori is a pretty recent player who is has really impressed me and a lot of other people with his and you can already see it in the lead here with
Well, so
his
far, Fattori
Fox.
is in a very unfortunate situation. He's against someone very, very experienced, since you said
Yeah.
Bose has been playing forever, with a stock deficit. And usually, what happens with someone very experienced that has a stock deficit is they are going to sit just outside of your range, enough to actually be a threat zone, and then
Yeah.
just poke you with back airs and non-committal
They won't
light
give you
pokes with,
anything, right?
yeah,
They won't
they'll
give you it
just
for
they'll
free.
just bleed you out essentially.
Yeah.
And then it is very annoying to try and overcome that. But like after the unfortunate stock from Faptori, Bose hasn't really made a play yet, but Faptori has not been able to come back into it just
No, right?
because he's
He's
just
just
like, I am going to
yeah.
stand here in center, being comfortable. I'm just gonna wait for you to come into me. Take this
Yeah.
trade, whatever, it's fine.
It's
You'll
really
do,
impressive to see how he just he
yeah,
walls him out and he is not giving him like he takes these small punishes, but he doesn't overextend at all.
yep.
Uh like he could have made some of these combos go like 3 more hits, but then he could have gotten reversaled. So he's just keeping it safe, you know. Every stock matters really for Cruz. And as singles players, we don't really think about that too much often. Like, oh yeah, I can lose this stock, doesn't matter. Like I'm gonna probably gonna win anyways. But you know, losing 3 stocks that matters a lot.
Fattori has evened up the stocks again though, so Bose will have to actually
Yeah, we'll have to play the game
he
again.
will have to engage. He has been trying to engage more than I expected of him
Yeah.
anyway, despite what I said earlier. But now he is incentivized by the game on top of his enthusiasm.
Yeah. Oh wow. Scary spots getting stuck in shield a bit there.
I would
Okay.
kind of like to see some more offstage shines. So far, they
Yeah,
have been
they're
very,
playing really safe on this. He's just gonna back air. Yeah,
yep,
they're
very
they're going
safe,
as safe as you can.
very. I feel this is because they both feel if I play correct enough, I am the better player. Like they both have that exact same feeling, and
Mm,
then they both essentially just try to simplify their game
yeah.
to as simple as possible, because if you make your game really simple, it is very hard to make mistakes. If you don't make mistakes, the better player should win.
Yeah,
And I feel
right.
they both feel right now that they are the better player, which is a
Yeah,
nice
yeah.
show of confidence.
Ooh,
But
finally a
unfortunately,
punish.
half of them are wrong. Which
But
half,
they
I don't know
don't
yet.
go off stage. Oh my god. I can't believe it. Like Busa is normally really good at Armada Shining. And
Well, he has not shown it to us
no,
today.
none of them have. I know both of these players can
Ooh, I
Armada
like the
Shine.
attempt with the side B to side B, where you essentially edge guard, take the ledge,
Oh,
and then edge
oh,
guard the side B with side B.
he
But
misses the edge flush.
I hate
No,
how they are,
they're
despite simplifying their
choking.
games, they're always barely a frame too late, where they're just
Yeah.
like, I had this really cool idea,
Oh,
but then oops, and then a trade to finish it off, not to finish it off. Never mind. Ooh, exciting umps attack on the forward there. Otherwise, he could have reaction texted with up smash. Oh,
oh! And he gets it at 150%. Oh my god.
that is not the trade you wanted to see as Bose. But it is
I'm
what it is.
shocked. I'm shocked. Wow. Wow. Did not expect it to go that way. I'll
No,
be honest.
definitely not. I expected a different kind of excitement and then clashes. Like there was a lot of scrapping in here, but it felt like it was a lot of scrapping because they weren't really giving going their full potential and just trying to be as safe and reliable with their play as possible. Which, I mean, again, if you're the better player, it works. But their skill level was close enough that I feel it was kind of a scary
Uh,
way to go. Lucky for them, or lucky for Factory at least. Half of them win anyway. That's how this works. Half the
yeah.
players on screen usually win.
Usually, yeah.
Sudden
We've
death is a
seen it.
very rare occurrence.
Oh, yes.
Said we do have a counter pick for a single stock Fox, which
Oh, yeah. Who are
this
they
is
gonna
also why
pick?
Fox is a good pick in crews. Like they can go their Marfan FD to take a whole Fox stock and
A
then be like,
whole
yeah, we
one
waste
stock.
the whole one stock exactly,
Well,
and then
they
it's
don't
like
even have a Marth, do they?
I
I think because Mayhem, uh, he's probably playing Fox. So I don't think they don't have any other Mars. I remember
okay
Mayhem
no, but
played.
that,
He played Marth at Valhalla and he beat Sverre. I think. I don't know if that was Valhalla 1 or 2, but
in that
that.
case, if I look at the players locked in, I am seeing a Luigi on FD then, but the point
That's
still
Ake.
stands.
Ake's
Yeah, that's
Luigi.
okay. That's okay.
So
Yeah.
Ake is going in against Busa.
I don't know.
Oh
I
no.
am
Okay.
not in contact with the Finns about their character picks,
No. Okay. Of course not.
so I
Levingi.
Lavingi is
Okay.
going
Oh.
in.
Oh.
Okay,
Yeah. We got Levingi. He loves the lasers.
so
Let's
we
just say
have
that.
Lavingi versus
Levingi versus Busa.
Refeptori,
Uh.
right?
No, it's
Wait,
versus Busa. Busa won.
wait, Boost what? It's
Busa
very.
won at
This is why you don't
150
ever.
and he was shine stalling. And Factory, there was the Oxmash trade and
Yeah. I do remember the trade. I just remember the different Fox dying.
oh yeah, no, Factory died off the top and Busa lived.
I thought it was inverted. This is
Yeah,
why you don't
they're
win with
sending in
trades. Just win
Levingi
clean and exciting.
and
Give us our Armada shines.
okay, yeah. If you saw there was a in Norway versus Sweden, Busa 3 stock Tumpe, which was an incredible result, I think. And
That's always nice if
that's
if
what
you
we
three stock
this is
someone, you get to keep
actually
all kinds of
huh?
stocks.
The Norwegian crew wanted Busa for the spaces, more so than the floaties. So seems like struggle. We'll see though. Maybe Levingi just lasers him and
Who knows?
he takes the one stock. But
So
then
far, at least, it hasn't been the deciding counter pick to Spacies. Like
no,
he has pulled his weight in that he won,
yeah,
but he won at such a cost that it's like it's very likely for Lavingi to take this one stock and then yeah, you did your part. That's it, and that's it basically. It's not really something I would call a specifically a counter pick as it is right now, despite them getting exactly what they signed up for. Then, if what you were saying is true about him specifically being for the Spacies, which can be very worrisome.
yeah. Let's see the stage pick. I think okay, Battlefield again.
Battlefield again.
I was gonna be like, oh, there's intricacies. You
There
know,
is very few intricacies in which stage you want for a Spacey Ditto. There's
I think
like
with Fox Falco it does matter. Like,
there is advantage. There are stages where you can say this is better depending on the amount of lasers the Falco wants to throw out, on the amount of engagement the Fox wants to have with its dash dance. But generally speaking, they are a lot more player strength related than actual character related. Just because if you, for example, take someone to, let's say Yoshi's, you
Hmm.
can still completely run over people with Falco. He is still really fast, really strong with really fast hitboxes. And similarly, if you take a Fox to Stadium, for example, where the lasers
Oh,
are dominant, it's not
yeah.
like Fox all of a sudden becomes a bad character that doesn't have answers in all kinds of situations.
No, I think it's more about in this 4v1 stock situation. Buso wants Gimps, you know?
Yep.
So if Levingi were to take him to Yoshi's, that would be scary, you know what I mean? But
Yeah, definitely.
a
I do
longer
agree with the
stage,
stage
I
pick. I
think
did.
like Pokemon would
Whoop.
be the best stage, honestly, for not getting gimped. Uh,
Probably. But this
yeah,
looks like it's it.
yeah. This is
This is a flowchart edge
yeah
guard, and it is
flowchart.
flowcharted.
Yeah, well, that's what
Okay.
happens.
And Boza has not done a dominant spacey run. He has still taken out.
He has taken out Fapturi.
He's taken out Fattori, and then they have done. He
I'm
has done
excited to
his part. It's
see.
respectable. It's not really a counter pick player, but that's
Yeah.
fine for your first player
Well,
anyway.
it's our starter player. He doesn't
Exactly.
get counter picked, you know, that hard by any
Yeah.
player, which is, but it's scary. I don't know who we're gonna use against Levingi. Levingi is
Well rounded.
quite a strong player.
Yeah. I feel
Um,
with Levingi specifically, the nice things he has is that he is very um disciplined in his own way. Like he is not very tech. Like you won't find him do any of the 20xx super fancy tech or whatever. But he is very consistent at what he does, and he is very how do I say this? It's very hard to get in on him, which
yeah,
is
he is very defensive and very disciplined,
yeah,
and it's not often that he like gives up on his would you say melee principles, like
yeah.
his melee discipline. He
And I
will
feel
just
the
do his thing
yep,
and not he won't let anybody like shake him that much. Like he
yeah.
loses
I
a
feel
stock,
the
he
big
won't change
reason
game
to
plan.
the big way to overwhelm Levingi, and this is not really good for a crew battle counter pick, is just send in a player that's better enough that essentially just runs over him. But they need to be better enough to run over him, and that is a quality that you want ideally for your anchor. That being said, they are going to try it with Whittle's Peach.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is going to be a test of the discipline or a test of Whittle just trying to run over Levingi, but we will see.
Oh yeah, Vidal. That's Peach Falco is super weird.
It
Vidal
is very
also an
possible.
old schooler. I think
Yeah,
these two are both old schoolers.
possibly.
Uh,
Or not possibly, but yeah.
Levingi is yeah, it was Neutroni back in 2007 playing Marth, and Vidal has been playing since 2006 or five or something. So these are both super old school players. Like
They both have more than a decennia worth of experience at this point.
absolutely. Oh
But yeah, the nice thing for Peach here is that she essentially just lives forever.
yeah.
And one hit, it can be very devastating if she executes correctly on the one hit she will get in approximately half a minute.
Hmm.
That being said, she does have to actually get that one hit.
Yeah, that's the scary
But
part.
that's you have a lot of time for it. Like this stock, Levingi was completely dominant, completely running over Whittle. It still took him like almost a minute to take that one stock. And that if he keeps up the exact same pace, he is still looking at a like 3 to 4 minute game of him not being allowed to make mess ups,
Oh my
mistakes, and
god,
risk dying.
Levingi.
That being said, his current gameplay is telling us that is exactly what we're going for here.
Yeah, he is not really getting. Well, this is much faster than the first stock, but he is. Wow. Okay,
36% two stocks, not the trade you want.
this is scary. Okay, jabs. He gets a few hits, but nothing that leads into anything else. Okay. Oh,
Oh,
okay.
there's it. That
It
should lead to
starts.
anything.
It begins the
It
peach
ended.
cycle, and it ended. Well,
uh,
couple more of those, and we're looking okay. Just have to be able to hit him again. The thing is, it's nice because Falco can't do those kind of combos to Peach, He just has to smother her like
Well, that
he
there
has
was
been doing the
exactly
whole
the
game.
thing where Levingi was basically exerting pressure on Whittle for a full 5 to 6 seconds on just Whittle being stuck in a place where he's doing pressure. One call out with an air, Levingi stock gone because the percentage was
Yeah,
convenient enough. That's the stuff they presumably want from Whittle. But he has
yeah.
to step it up a lot if he wants to do that with his one remaining stock.
Hopefully, I mean Levingi is, I would say, their second best player. So uh, this it's all about getting at least one more Levingi stock. I think if he can do it, okay.
Oh,
Let's
it's
see.
looking like he will be able to with this nice chain grab into to the
Oh,
side platform into Nair.
takes in the
Oh,
classic.
and no, we wanted
No,
to see an air or a down
we
air.
wanted to
Both would
see
have
the nair
worked with the
there.
right timing. We
Yeah.
just wanted to see an aerial.
Oh, oh my god, he doesn't hit. Oh,
Oh,
there's a
and
nair.
there's
That's
another nair.
oh yeah, that's a kill.
This
Okay.
is what they wanted to see the earlier stocks, where it's just
Yeah,
like
this is what I wanted
Whittle
to
was
see.
still not in control that entire stock, but he got a few trades and a nair, and that was enough for the stock.
Yeah, absolutely. So one more down smash here. That's all I want. Give me a down
That
smash.
is not very greedy of you. Not even a gimp, just a down smash. Well, here's
Oh,
your down
now
smash.
there's my
Whittle
down
can jump
smash.
on stage for you now. Got it.
Yeah.
But what will he actually do? Will he take the
Ooh.
stock? Oh, he might.
Oh, he might.
No, that dash
Oh
attack was
no, dash
not
attack
what
instead
you
of
wanted to
grab.
see. We wanted to see the chain grab to the side platform into a platform tech chase. Oh,
Oh
but Whittle's like, no, 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 trust. Oh,
no. That was
never mind.
almost
And
it.
like Whittle takes it,
Oh,
takes him off the stage anyway. And then Lavingi is like, yo, did you know that Falco
that
side
was
B is
almost
a very
it.
stupid recovery tool? Sometimes.
Oh my god.
That is not how you want to see that go. That
Okay,
being
it was
said,
two stocks.
it was two
I
stocks.
was
He
scared
managed to pull
that
it
he
back.
would get four stocked.
It
Honestly.
did definitely look that way at the start. I believe he took 36% with his first two stocks, then
Yeah.
lost his next stock before Levingi lost his, and then he's like on his last stock, stepping it up, getting a stray hits, almost taking a third stock of Levingi. At that point, you're
Yeah.
like in that weird spot where you're like, if he managed to get that edge card, he would have been in that weird spot where he managed to get Levingi's stocks being at like 100, where Falco's combos would be very awkward to hit. With
Yeah.
like
And
that
Peach
one
just
stray
needs
hit,
like a grab. Yeah.
yeah, and then it could have been totally a different game. But we got a
We got a two
reverse
stock.
gimp. Is that the term we're going for with Falco Side B reverse gimp? I'm going for reverse
Reverse
gimp.
skimp.
Yeah.
I would say stupid move that shouldn't. I am a notable side Falco side B hater because not only is it faster than Fox's side B, it's a meteor and it's intangible in parts of the move. I don't know why they decided to make that move so good.
I think
Uh,
the idea was, well, Fox has the better up B, so we give Falco the better side B, which is a fine idea if you are having
it's a
both
fine idea
characters.
if you
Eh,
don't know how melee
but
edge guarding will work.
honestly, I think outside of the Meteor, Fox's side B is also pretty fine. It just
Fox's
turned
side
out
B
that
is fine. It's mostly the intangibility I'm mad about because you can hit the move, you can read the move, which is what you're supposed to do. If
it's
you can't,
probably what Whittle tried to do here.
yeah, probably. And he
uh,
probably tried to hit it, and then intangibility, you just get spiked.
Yep. This is another perfect example of where you could totally buffer a jump mid aerial, and then if he does the side B and you
Yeah,
somehow
yeah.
manage to
You
get the
need to
wrong thing, you just
just
got your
mash
buffer.
that, mash that up on the stick. Mash
Yep.
tap jump for buffer.
Yep. But that didn't happen.
Yeah. I wonder who we're gonna send in. Maybe Syla, the Sheik, the RTC God himself. One of the
That
best
is a lot of
RTCs in
pressure
Europe.
on that cheek because Levingi is not going to go blow for blow with the Sheik. I'm pretty sure he is going to let the Sheik run in comfortably over and over trying to poke him. And then what you're essentially forcing Sheik to do with that playstyle specifically is to say, show me that you are good enough to do 100% off of a grab into a grab into a grab into a grab. And that is a lot of pressure to put on a Sheik in a
There's
crew battle.
Joshi Jam, the Marth. Coming off a good performance at our one regional tournament since Corona,
No?
Höstblot, we got third. He
Respectable, respectable.
beat Oldis, and he beat Velani, and he beat me. Who else did he beat? Who else did he beat? I don't remember. Uh,
So the nice thing
Whatever.
about Marv Scrap versus Chic Scrap, specifically versus
Falco?
Falco, that Fox as well, honestly, is that if you do an up throw and you feel like you're not going to get the correct follow up, which is basically just like the chain grab, you have alternative options.
Yeah, you can down throw. You can F
You can
throw, take
down throw.
chase.
You can even do like down. You can even do up throw, up tilt if you're feeling very desperate.
Yeah,
It's not good. It's obviously not as good as if you guarantee chain grab to death, obviously, but it is very tournament friendly. It's very hard to mess up throw, up tilt. It is nigh
absolutely.
impossible. The hard part for Marv specifically versus Species is pretty much just in I messed up my combo game earlier and now he is at 100 and let's say 20, 30 or something where the combos stop working and your finisher is basically going to have to be a stray hit. But
Yeah,
before that, Marv is a very tournament friendly character for specifically versus Species.
yeah. I really agree. Compared to the Sheik, I was thinking, oh, it should probably be Sheik, but and that's mostly for like the not the matchup, but the player. Josh Dam does not like Falco at all. He does not like this matchup, and Livingi isn't gonna
So
make
far,
that
it's
more
looking
fun.
like he doesn't like it. There is a lot of lasers happening, which I mean, I assume this is why he picked Fountain, specifically because he didn't want to get lasered. The platform layout just didn't agree with him about
No, it did not
the amount
agree
of
with
lasers.
you. You're not gonna get lasered, or you are gonna get lasered a lot. That's what it said. Oh, this is scary because he's doing a lot of the. Oh wow, he's doing a lot of the
He's
laser.
not.
Then you shield, which is like the worst thing you can ever do versus Falco.
Yeah, he's
Uh,
definitely not responding well to these lasers so far.
no,
And Levingi is poised to take another player, honestly.
yeah, this might be bad for Norway.
That down air specifically was really funny to me because John Josie Jam didn't have percentage. He got hit by the down air because he tried to hit him out of the air. He could have literally mashed F smash as a buffer after the down air and still gotten the edge guard, and he just stood there. Like he looks like he is very lost in hit stun, which is like if you're good at acting out of hit stun, Falco has to be a lot more honest with it, with his laser game, with his punishes, etc.
Oh my
But right now,
god,
it's just looking
this is
like
looking like a bloodbath.
Levingi isn't even doing anything Levingi like to bully
No, now
Josie
he's
Jam
just playing
stocks away.
Falco. Oh my
He is
god,
just
it's
essentially saying, "Oh,
a
cool, I
four
got this free
stock.
stuff." Whoop. And there's the four stock,
Levingi
yeah,
takes 9 stocks and still
and
has
counting.
two. Oh my
He still has two
god.
stocks. He's poised to take more stocks.
I'm scared. I'm really scared. This isn't good for us. Well, ouch. That's what I have to say. Um, let's see. I wonder what they're gonna pick. I
Ideally,
really
something
wonder
that
because
deals with
this seems hard.
ideally one that deals better with lasers.
Yeah, I mean, I think Sheik with lasers is a lot easier. I think because you have crouch and you have take laser F tilt. Those are
Marv
like
has the exact same tools. Just throwing that out there. Marv's crouch is also really low, and Marv's take laser F tilt is differently good, but still good.
yeah. Well, I mean, I think Sheik's take laser F tilt is a bit more a bit better.
Eh,
I think that's super good.
honestly, I feel it doesn't make that big of a difference. They go for the exact same reward out of it.
I'm so
Eh,
sad because Joshi Jam is so good versus Fox. So if we got him versus one of the other Foxes,
you
that's
should
gonna
take
be
Falco lessons
yeah.
from local sponsor Medify. Q plug. This event is sponsored by Medify.
It is.
It is.
You can learn to not get four stocked by Falco.
Yeah. They have a bunch of coaches there that are very familiar with Falco and that will safely tell you all the counterplays.
Yeah. You even have some coaches that are familiar with Mango, which is the best Falco.
Yep.
I don't know. Have you like? There's been so much debate around who's the second best Falco in the states, and but I think the second best Falco in Europe is, well, it's Kinso. It's Frenzy Kinso, but is it then Levingi at third?
Who would
Uh,
be his direct competition?
well, the Fatino. Fatino is his. I think it's Fatino or Levingi.
I probably put more faith in Lavingi for that one, but that's mostly because Fatino and Lavingi are both at a level where consistency starts becoming really important, and I feel Fatino has bigger swings, possibly,
Right.
but Lavingi is the number two of his country, right? Like at that point, do you really care about upsetting your number one occasionally more than just being second over and over and over again? Uh,
Yeah.
for like what you would consider a better player. And I don't even know if he's. I assume he's getting second over and over and over again. I don't know for
I
sure,
don't think he
but
enters
consistency is
much
really
in
good.
Finland. But when he does enter, I think, yeah, his results are obviously worse than solo battles. But he's still like consistent.
Yeah, and I
Actually,
think that
though,
if oh,
hmm?
I think that if you're a really good player, that consistency becomes really really important.
Yeah, I
But
think.
again, if you have a good win on your name, that's also really good. So
Well, yeah, getting that number one win when you're number two in the region with a super strong number one player matters. But you know, actually, what I was about to say was Levingi and Sverre, who couldn't be on the crew today. Uh, the Falcon, one of the best in Norway. Sverre beat Levingi in like 2 or 3 sets
damn.
back in February. And he is the Falcon versus Falco. Uh, and I think that would have been probably would have been our counter pick in that spot if we didn't have if we had Sverre.
Unfortunately, apparently you don't.
Unfortunately, I mean it happens.
Yeah. The
Life
metagame has
is
changed if you're
wonderful.
deciding
Like
that Falcon is the best counter pick to Falco, though. I don't necessarily agree the matchup is, or I don't necessarily disagree that the matchup. It used to be very, very bad.
yeah,
Nowadays, it's specifically with Falcon's punish game, it is very skewed, and Falco is in. It's similar to the Peachy idea with Whittle, where it's like, in theory, Falcon should not, or in theory, Falco should win because like he has faster hitboxes, he can jump more liberally in part of those faster hitboxes, and he can lock you down a lot, which is unfortunate for Falcon because Falcon's moves kind of suck.
yeah, yeah.
It's just that he has the best movement, and he has once he gets to place them, and Falco should theoretically, if you space well enough and lock them down good enough, not get to space them. But if you
Mhm.
space them well enough, his aerials are amazing. And off of a knockdown, he has a punish game that it's pretty much a stock.
Yeah.
But before the 20 GX movement, which nowadays is mostly just Wizzies that has reaped the result of it. But before that, Falcons mostly just got washed by Falco because they didn't have the punish game to match this playstyle of yeah, I get this one hit and then you die. But nowadays, you can make a very solid case for Falcons being a swingy enough matchup that you could say this player is good in the matchup. Sure,
Yeah.
make have him mess up the Falco.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
the thing is specifically Sverre's twin brother, who's also a top 10 player in Norway, is Harald, who plays Falco. So they started playing melee together, and they're both really strong players, which is why Sverre has this innate ability to just beat up Humpe or Levingi or any Falcos.
yeah.
And
I do think it's a really interesting matchup in how Falco's biggest strength are mostly his good moves, his amazing ability to lock you down, and Falcon's ability is pretty much everything outside of that. So it is a it is a very contrasting matchup, which is really fun in that sense.
yeah, yeah, I think they're sort of polar opposites in terms of characters.
Yeah, one
Uh,
is really fast and then really big but slow. The other one, or big but slow in
in
the
moves,
moves,
like
not
in
in
yeah,
the yeah yeah. And then
from who?
we
All this, Bert. Do you
Ah,
know who Oldest plays?
I can look it up,
Who?
but
No, 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 no. Guess, 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 guess. Guess for the camera. Guess.
Considering you want to make me guess, I am going on a hunch and say Falcon just because. But looking
Almost Falcon.
almost Falcon. Damn, what character is almost Falcon?
Which
Shit.
character is almost Falcon?
Uh.
Ooh. It's Ganondorf.
Oh no!
Big
No!
Falcon. Oh.
No!
Oh.
No! No! That makes me
Yes.
why?
Oh, Oldest is the best Ganondorf in Europe, in my opinion. He
Does
is.
he have a lot of competition?
There's Kikkoman. There's Kikkoman from Sweden. Aika from UK. Both are solid players. Other than that, there's like Hockey from Germany. I don't know many more. I know Mo, the DK player.
I am shocked that you apparently have a list of the currently
No,
active
this is in my head.
Ganondorf
This is in my
players.
head. Mo has a really good
Yeah, I know.
Ganon.
I am shocked.
And there's
My opinion, whenever I see a Ganondorf, is like, this is the only person playing this game this way ever. And then you're just like, oh, you want to know Ganondorf? Allow me. There's
and
this
also,
one.
don't forget Tua from Norway, who is good friends with Oldest. They're in the same crew, and they have There's two Ganondorfs.
Wow.
And they were both PR at one point, which was that's scary. A PR with two Ganondorfs doesn't happen that much.
That is either a sign of a very healthy scene or a very unhealthy scene, depending on how you want to.
Mayhem Fox versus Oldest Ganon. Now, you may say, Fox destroys Ganondorf. Fox is so much better than Ganondorf.
Since I am on the Finnish side anyway, I have a different view. My view is basically, no, I don't want a Ganon. So now, because of my personal biases against Ganon, I am further investing myself in the Finnish crew. I am now a Finn of the of their crew. I hope he absolutely crunches him.
Yeah, I don't hope so, because I have been destroyed by Oldest several times in this matchup. Well, not several times, lots of sets.
That's several times, right?
Well, it is several times, but I feel like several times is like 2, 3, 4 maybe, but we played at least like 15 sets. I think I have over like 70 or 80 sets versus Ganondorf lifetime. Something like that.
And you wouldn't want to see how you can systematically destroy the Ganondorf. Like there's nothing in you that's like, yo, if I just do this
I
thing...
know how to systematically destroy the Ganondorf. It's just way more fun to interact with him, you know?
I strongly disagree, and I strongly hope that I forgot who they sent in. Mayhem. I know it was Mayhem. Yeah. I strongly hope that Mayhem agrees with me and systematically just destroys the Ganondorf, and then all will be right with the world.
Oldest is, oh my god, you haven't seen him play, which is why you're like this.
I'm waiting for game.
Yeah, we're waiting for game, but when you see him, I hope he's actually playing good, so I don't just get my. Well, he did take 2 stuffs off Luigi, so I think he is playing good. I'm just scared that he will get destroyed, and my words will just disappear into the void.
It's okay, I won't hold it against you. I will, however, make fun of you for the remainder of this crew battle.
Oh man, no, I just think Oldest is really good. Especially, I think he's really good versus Fox. Surprisingly,
I mean, it is the matchup to be good in.
It is the matchup.
Ganondorf is very much a character where you're like, the floaty matchup is a lot more reliable, because floaties are slower enough that they can't just run over. The idea, at least to me, is basically Fox is faster enough that Ganondorf has to be the one to commit, while Fox never has to go into his range. And the moment he committed with anything, doesn't matter what, the jab, the up air, if it whiffed, the Fox can just run in on him and then go like, you're not getting out of this pressure until you're far off stage with your questionable recovery. And if you dare to down B back, I will shine you.
Hmm.
That is basically how I feel about it. Whereas with, for example, a Peach, I do think that Peach would also destroy Ganondorf just because she doesn't get out sped and she just has a really good hitbox. So she's fast in the right in certain places, so she can still just whelm him out. She has a projectile, so she can just
Yeah,
maim
the
him out.
projectile is what makes the matchup bad. If
Yeah,
Peach
so
didn't
she
have
has.
turnips,
I'm willing to say a Peach without turnips would still be a better character than Ganondorf, but I will put the asterisk there that Ganondorf is more experienced against Peach than Peach is against Ganondorf, especially playing in an alternative way. That I would say it would not be uh, very provable, but it's just in concept. I still think Peach is a better character just because she should still have more good things,
yeah, I
even
just
without
think
the
I think
turnip.
the fact
It's just
that
so much easier to just throw a turnip and just go
yeah,
like, eh.
I don't want to interact with you,
Yeah,
big
but
stupid
those
Ganon.
are the matchups that Ganondorf should excel in a lot easier because they don't run over him, and while he doesn't run over them.
Yeah.
Uh, that being said, Fox is definitely the matchup because I believe when Smashboards was more actively used, they had a statistics of of what characters their users used, and I believe it was 33% of the players at the time played Fox, 28 at the time played Falco,
And the rest,
making
it was
over
Marth.
half the community
Yeah,
play a Spacey, by the way, at
and
least
then
the
it was
community.
Marth,
Then it
and
was Marv, then it was Sheik, then Falcon,
yeah,
then Peach, then
it was
I think
someone, and then
Ganondorf actually or Luigi,
it was
and
someone, then Puff. Like it wasn't just
it wasn't
straight to
just
Puff.
Puff. Yeah,
Yeah.
Puff had a lot of bad rap at the time that Smashboards was still a thing,
Yeah,
but
Puff had a lot of, and people didn't really like. I don't think people really understood Puff at that time. Uh,
I mean, even if you understand Puff, there is a lot. You should just essentially be the get over it and be good, essentially. But there is a lot of Puff's playstyle that is very hateable, even if you understand it. Where it's like her thing is it's a pain to kill her, because of everything. You don't just swing in melee. Usually, what you do for your kill is you do a weak move into a hard move that kills, right?
mhm.
Or sets up for an edge guard. Setting up for an edge guard against Puff doesn't exist.
No.
Doing weak move to hard move against Puff, it kind of exists, but not if she's on a top on a side platform because you have to full hop into your weak move, which makes you slower enough that it doesn't really connect, and not on certain percentages. So basically, whenever she is at the right percentage, she can say, "I'll just interact with you 10% later, and then you can kill me." And that strength is still a really um, unfun strength. Essentially, it is a really good strength. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I would love to just say from like 80 to like 100 or something. You just have to hold that. I would love to say that to my opponent. I really do.
Yeah.
But I have other character strengths in my character.
Yeah. I think we do have a lot of new school Puffs in Europe right now, which is
Yeah,
very
it's nice to
interesting.
see the rise.
It
I
is
would
nice.
rather
Yeah.
see more puffs and deal with that matchup than just have no puffs and then be like, yeah, but she's so lame though.
Yeah, but then you
that
have
that
the
is
one Puff which you
yeah.
don't
Then you
get
have the
practice
one buff that
against.
just exploits that everyone is just like, but she's so lame though, and then
You have your tech like we
yeah,
used
yeah,
to, and no, but like there were so few other like so few Puffs in general.
yeah. She
I
is a
think.
really strong character though.
Is it solo battle?
Oh, are we
What
having more
happened with the
technical
Mayhem
difficulties?
match?
What happened to all this versus for have we just been going over that?
What did we miss it? I was in
I
on.
was connecting to all this and it kept saying waiting to game.
Oh,
Aldous
he.
lost 2 stocks.
Oh my god, that we haven't seen it. Oh
Oh
no.
no! I wait. He had 2 stocks left, right? Like it's
Yeah.
not like
Oh my god, man.
well,
Wow. Wait.
depending on how well Mayhem does and how many stocks he has left. I get to decide if I get to make fun of you now.
Mayhem got destroyed.
Wait.
Okay, there's solo battle at least. Oh my god.
Yep.
I'm sure I was in on Mayhem.
Oh wait,
Honestly.
Mayhem won then, right? Wow,
No,
damn. Then
May
I can't. Then I can make fun of it. Oh, I wanted to though.
Mayhem got destroyed. Mayhem took one stock. All this is just the best player in the world. This is actually the only way we're going to win is all this going crazy.
I sincerely hope Solo Battle
And we
does
have
not leave the
Niklas.
crouch
We have
animation.
Niklas in the back. We're gonna get carried by Ganondorf and Young Link.
this this is my life now.
It's over for us top tiers.
uh,
Uh,
well,
well, now you finally get to see the Ganon.
we hope so.
Ganpuff is a really weird matchup.
I feel that the thing is, Ganondorf does not have anything to interact with Puff on the ground. Like, just he doesn't have anything. But Puff in the air is such a free target, so it is a matchup where you kind of have to know some stuff, because otherwise you're going to get washed if you just play the normal Puff game of I'm floating in the air, just chilling here, enjoying myself, waiting until the game is over. But if the Puff does know what she's doing, it is very brutal, because the moves that hit a crouching Puff from Ganondorf are Stomp, Spaced Tipper Forward Air, and Forward Angled Forward Tilt.
Mm-hmm.
Now you have a character with about the same walk speed as Puff going here, with a very limited repertoire of very telegraphed moves. That is not a good sign against Puff. And the rest of the match for Ganondorf is basically just trying to call out a jump where Puff is trying to do something. But the easy answer for Puff there is just don't do something. Wait until Ganon committed and then try to punish his commit.
Yeah.
And the answer instead becomes crouch cancel and hope that the Puff did something unsafe enough. Which, I don't like that as a winning strategy. I have no real faith behind hope your opponent messes up as a strategy, especially against someone like Solo Battle, who is in contention for being at the top of Europe's power curve, power ranking. Like,
Yeah.
Solo Battle is on the European level, he is a menace. So
and he kind of came out of nowhere. Solo Battle used to be a Smash 4 player. I think he played Cloud in Smash 4, like everybody did. And then Ultimate came out. He didn't really like the game. He had been playing a little bit of Melee, and he just decided to play Puff and grind Melee so hard, harder than most people have ever done. And he
now
got
he's here.
super good. Yeah, he suddenly just super popped off, beating Triff. I remember that was the first time he beat Triff. He beat did he beat Setch? He beat a bunch of people at some.
If he
tournament.
beats Sechi, I'm feeling a lot better about this set going
I
to
think it was
happen.
like DreamHack or something. I remember that.
Because Falcon is in this matchup, in a lot of ways, the same thing applies to Airborne Puff, where you just have to hold that, just don't jump. So
no,
if he beats Sechi, he should have the ground game on lock, and Ganondorf has notably less answers to it than Falcon, and Falcon's answers to it are already...
Never mind, he lost to Setchi, but that was his first run at Syndicate 2019 in the Netherlands. He beat Armsa 3-0, lost to Setchi, beat Posse, Fatino, Triff. Yeah, he did he did really well, to say the least. And then his third at Valhalla the next year.
Yeah, I would feel more confident in this if he did beat Sechi, because there's a lot of overlap in game plan.
Yeah, I think so. Except Falcon again is so slow.
Yeah, yeah, but if he can beat Sechi, that's only more promising, right? Because Sechi is playing the better version essentially. But there's a lot of overlap in their weaknesses, in that they just can't deal with grounded Puff. So that would be very nice to have, especially on a character that can't even threaten Tomahawks.
Yeah. Chase, are we getting the match? They're hand warming. I don't know why I can't see.
I'm not getting a connection.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'll do it because it just stopped working.
We were about to have our next set not work as well for us. That would be kind of unfortunate.
That would be bad if we just were here to commentate and we didn't get the matches at all. Okay, Solo Battle. Let's go. Let's see. Yeah, I'm. The waiting for game went away,
so it should be good now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. I have faith
Hopefully
in this.
it's coming in. Have
Well,
they
it is
started?
nice to know that at least the viewers got to see the game then. So
Yeah.
just in case you're
Okay,
wondering,
we're
no, we
in.
weren't not being hype about it. We just had no
No,
footage. We now have footage though of Oldest and
we
Solo
just didn't
Battle.
have the footage. At least you got to see it. I really want to see it. I'm going back. When when I'm done with this to see all this do his thing because I love all this. Best game.
Well, he should still have 2 stocks, I believe, to show his stuff.
Hmm. Yeah. Oh, Dreamland. Okay.
Is there another buff counter pick? Is there really?
No, but I don't know why I was hoping that it wasn't gonna be Dreamland, but yeah, that's the
So far, I'm worried though because I'm seeing a very high up Solo Battle.
yeah.
And like I said before, the biggest reason to believe in this matchup, to me at least, is a very grounded Puff. Now, Solo Battle obviously more familiar with Puff than I am,
Yeah, like grounded
but
crouch, power shield.
so
I think
far
that's
it's not looking great. His view of the matchup is looking 84% worse than I want.
yeah. Oh my.
I'm
Oh
seeing more low being,
yeah,
so
I
that's
think
nice.
he suddenly figured out he needs to be lower to the ground. Do you think the crouch power shield, like little wave dash edge box thing, is the way to go? Like where you just do tiny little movements on the ground as puff, and you shield and you crouch, and then you wait a shot of shield. Uh,
Yeah, I'm seeing him go high again. I'm worried. I
yeah.
don't like this.
Oh,
I'm invested in this Ganondorf getting absolutely trunched.
oh, he's dead.
There we go. Methodical, clean.
Yeah, okay, finally.
Rest him.
Let's
End
see.
him.
Yeah, well, he is still going high, and he's still getting hit with stray aerials.
Yep. I'm also on the ground. I'm seeing a lot more shields than I'm seeing crouches, which I mean, the shield is fine.
Oh, there's the crouch.
But did you see that jab, for example? Jab is
Yeah.
Ganon's primary ground-to-ground move because it is very fast and very lagless. One of his, I think, actually his only grounded move that is fast and lagless. And it just went over it. The
Yeah.
same is true for grab. The same is true for everything that isn't forward angled forward tilt. Or a downwards angled forward tilt, sorry. And I'm just like, just at that point, just take the forward tilt. If he at any point decides to do a jab or
it's looking rough.
what's the other move I'm thinking of? Well, any other move basically, just
Yeah.
kill him, rest. But regardless, he did lose a stock.
He did lose a stock. Okay.
So Aldous has definitely pulled his weight a lot more than I want him to. But Solo Battle will be moving on to the next set again.
Yeah. All this has taken 7 stocks, which is good, but there's still 7 stocks left, and we have Niklas, the young Link.
Exciting. I am looking forward to.
Well,
How
because they
likely
can't
is it that
time out.
Nicholas take him back to Dreamland?
Can't camp. Niklas is not taking him to Dreamland. That's a terrible idea.
I mean, I can see it happen. You want to not interact, and you want a big stage for that.
I don't think young Link is the one that doesn't want to interact.
Oh, they both don't want to interact. Don't get me wrong, but
yeah, I'm not. I think young Link wants to be able to hit Puff. So then you have to interact if you want to hit Puff with a bomb or whatever.
Yeah, but Young Link only wants to interact from a distance where Puff can't interact. So that's
that is true. It's
a very, very loose definition of interacting. It's not.
I think. Yeah, I mean, if interacting is not wanting to be close to your opponent at all, then Young Link doesn't do that. But okay, here we go. Are they gonna warm up?
I mean,
that's
this
mean.
looks like
that's mean towards the floaties. I'm sorry, floaties. You can warm up if you want to. I don't know if Dreamland is the pick.
That is a warm up, right?
Did 3 wave dashes? Oh,
some edge cancels. Oh, he heard us. There's the tech skill. What's happening? Missed the edge
His listing is like, I'm gonna show you tech skill. Does drill edge cancel? That drill edge cancel pound was really cool, actually. Wow. Ooh. I bet he heard us. I bet he heard this. Actually looks like he heard us. He's just making fun of us. Look at how fast I am.
I mean, mean he's allowed to? He's in the same finals, and we're in the same commentary team.
Yeah,
He's
well,
allowed to make fun of us.
he should make fun of us. Okay, Nicholas is not moving at all. He's just standing there
Menacingly.
menacingly. Oh, what
Oh,
is this
there's the
movement
taunt.
from Solo Battle? Oh, a Wispy makes a move. Solo Battle with some crazy puff movement. I've never seen that before.
They go
FD.
to FD.
Yes.
I honestly would
No,
not
yeah,
agree on
Puff
paper.
does not.
I think
Young Link does not want Puff to have platforms at all.
okay, I'll take your word for it. My view of the matchup, as botched as it is, because I play none of these characters. I have sometimes played Puff, but when I did against Young Link, which has happened at some point, I usually felt that he was really good. That being said, my Puff is atrocious. Don't worry about that.
Oh, look at this one, because he doesn't really have a safe place
Landing.
to be like Puff on FD. Oh, look at him.
Hmm.
I mean, it's gonna be a lot of bombs.
Oh, definitely. I suspect there won't be any other moves than bombs, boomerangs, and stay out of my face aerials until Puff is at a confident, let's say, 80%.
Yeah, probably. Oh,
I actually like that SDI from Solo Battle into the Young Link. So he's like, yes, I got hit, but you don't get a follow-up whatsoever because you too got hit now. It's a
yeah.
very nice response to bomb.
And you can see this very classic throw bomb down like boomerang follow up. Oh,
Yeah. It
the
does
thing
look
is,
like so far Solo Battle is getting better at weaving around it than he did at the start. Like he took about 60% at the
50, yeah, I
start
took
real
that
quick.
50-60 from.
And then afterwards he just hasn't been hit for a pretty significant amount of time outside of actual interaction
Yeah,
where Nicholas has to essentially go into him, which is worrisome because bombs are still kind of telegraphed. You can only throw them in two directions.
yeah.
You can throw them horizontally and you can throw them vertically. There is very little diagonal finagling with it.
What if there was? Oh my god. Can you
Oh,
imagine the diagonal bomb?
at that point, I would be very happy to not be playing a floaty. But we can now say, we can now see that Solo Battle is getting more and more into the situation where Nicholas has to actually hit him with his hitboxes instead of with his bombs and his boomerangs. And he's also kind of taking space ever so slowly.
Yeah.
I feel he's just looking for a rest or a few stray hits, just settle for this stock. But considering Solo Battle started with 3 stocks, this is actually not looking like Nicholas is going to be
Oh.
enjoying too much of this.
Okay. Now we're back to Nicholas enjoys the game percent.
Now we get a lot more projectiles because, well, if they hit, they do percent, and that's the only thing you're going to get anyway now.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, and
no.
this is the equalizer or not?
Is.
Yes, it is. It is the equalizer.
It is the equalizer, and there's a whole Payu or someone else, I guess, waiting.
There's a whole other player left.
Yeah, and if it is, I don't think they would pick Payu against Niklas, honestly, because
So far as it looks now, I'm more concerned about what comes after.
yeah,
Niklas.
I'm more concerned about getting this game, honestly,
Yeah.
and not being one stock Young Link. Can't really do that much.
The one thing One Stock Youngling can do is prevent their next player from getting absolutely the worst stage available to them. But other than that,
Yeah. Well, there is no other player.
Oh, there is no other player. Oh, this
because
is looking
Joshi Jam
very
got
brutal.
they sent in Joshi Jam after Vidal. Yeah, because Joshi Jam just got destroyed.
I just miscounted it.
Yeah, well, it was pretty easy to miscount because Levingi took so many stocks.
Well, yeah, but afterwards, all this essentially decided to be very frustrating to my appreciation of low tiers.
Oh, it's like Nicholas is winning, but he's not winning. He has to win harder.
looking like I think he's going to take about 2 more back airs. Then he's going to get a strain air. Oh, he gets the strain air earlier than I expected. And then afterwards, they're going to go blow for blow on this stock. Unless Nicholas is stepping it up a lot,
I mean,
which is
if
possible.
Nicholas wins this crew battle, that is first he has to win this game, but after that, that would be, you know, such a good underdog story for Norway.
It would be a very good underdog story. And like you said, Norway is very much into their underdog story, so who
We
knows?
are. We love those in crews.
But I personally don't want to believe in it, and not just for my aforementioned low tier enthusiasm,
But for your
but
Finnish heritage.
also for my Finnish heritage, but also just it looks like he is going to lose this stock, and I don't want to believe that he can four stock a presumably they're going to send in their local best fast faller. I don't want to assume that he can four stock a local fast faller on their stage of choice either, because that is
Oh, he gets
very
the bomb.
very hard.
Oh yeah, he finally gets an aerial. That's so many bombs in
It would
percent.
be huge if he takes this stock though. 2 stocks is a lot more to work with than one
Yeah.
stock. Like a lot.
Oh my god,
For
he hit the bomb.
reference, if you have 4 stocks against 1 stock, and you do 30% per stocks, which is with a spacey about 2 back airs, you do 120% into a kill move.
Oh
If you
my
get
god, he
2 back airs.
lives. This is so close.
Oh,
No,
this
no,
is
he's
looking
alive.
like it's going to be
No.
the stock though.
Oh, he
Solo
had to.
Battle has done his
Oh,
job. He can
yeah.
just walk off if he wants to. He can try to go for a cheeky rest. Nothing else is going to happen in his favor. A cheeky rest or just the walk off of like, yeah, we did it.
Unless he gets this. Oh. Oh my god. Actually, if Niklas didn't trade with that bomb, if he didn't trade with that fair, he would have made it back and probably would have won with 2 stocks. Which is okay. Now he just has to win this.
Well, that is also easier said than done. I was like, Solo Battle can just walk
Okay,
off, but
that's it.
he made Nicholas work for it and actually drain himself even further, getting fully in that anti-floaty mindset, only to get ran over by some guy walking twice his speed.
Yeah.
And again, if you have 4 stocks versus 1, and you do 30%, which is about 2 moves per stock, you're going to win the game. And
That's
it's
true.
really easy to get 2 hits per stock.
Let's see who they
It's
pick.
a very, very low standard. And it's not taking into account combo game.
Yeah. We'll see though. Nicholas is good.
He is good, but is he that good? That he can
He's
avoid
beaten
2 hits
Frenzy
per...
several times.
But did he do that with 1 stock?
No, but I'm thinking
That is a-
4 times less the caliber of player of Frenzy.
So you're just downplaying the Finns now as a less coping mechanism.
That is my cope. I'm coping to win.
Understandable. That is a respectable approach.
So again, left they have Payu, Hoops, Akke, Spicy Time, and Solid.
If they are being ballers, this is something they can do. They send in Akke so we get more floaty versus Young Link.
I think that is actually the worst thing they can do.
It is. That's why I said if they want to, it is for show. Well, I would say it's the play for showmanship. But honestly, do we want more?
Do we want more bombs? Do you want more bombs? Or do you just want to?
Because that's how you get more bombs.
Well, there's gonna be bombs anyway, but you know.
Yeah.
It's the amount. You can have like 10 bombs, or you can have 200 bombs. You decide.
Yeah. That being said, for the viewers, for the fans, for our time here, let's see. We should try to connect to.
Oh, we have to connect to.
Yeah, we actually have to connect. This is true.
Yeah, I forgot that Solo Battle didn't win.
He didn't, no. So we have
Which
to
is
connect
good.
to Nicholas.
Good for us. Niklas versus
UT, it looks like. And it is a peach, so we do get the ball.
Wait, UT? That must be Paju, isn't it? There are
I
no other Peaches on the crew. I think it's
Yeah,
Paju.
that's Paju. That's Paju.
Yeah.
I am observing the tags here. Paju is locked in as a peach with the tag UD194, which is very likely that this is also just
Okay, and
UD.
it's going to be on Yoshi's.
Gonna be on
This
Yoshi's.
is hard.
Well, obviously, any game is hard when you have
One stock.
exactly when your opponent has
Though
four of
I
you.
actually think 4 stocks to one, uh, a worse Fox than Paju is probably harder, just because of how Fox can just do damage.
Get gimped like 3 times.
No, he can just trade. He can just trade with Young Link, and Peach
Man,
is too slow, I think, to
yeah, this is
catch up to
true.
Young Link
Like
in the air.
the thing where you're like, oh, you only have to do 30% is very much easier with the character that's faster and more dynamic.
That's
That
faster and
means,
can trade and doesn't just get
I
just
mean,
get
I wouldn't if Nicholas had 4 of his stocks, I wouldn't trade with Young Link as a fox.
no. But with one stock, you can trade as much as you want, which
That
is
is
the
true.
thing. Uh, okay, we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
We're in for a sweet game if I am to believe Paju.
Oh sweet. Oh, Niklas, I hope. I don't think you can do it, but I hope you can do it. You don't want to
Well,
be negative, but this is looking hard. Oh my god. Okay, we're starting off
we're
bombs.
starting
Bombs.
off.
This is what I mean. Like he can just circle camp him with bombs.
That's true. I would have, for this reason, just picked your local best spacey available.
Yeah. They have hoops on the team, which is pretty good spacey.
But like I said, for the content, I just expected them to send in Akka for the content. But instead,
But this is
we got Paju for the content.
okay. That's the 22.
That is all the mileage you needed out of this stock.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, that is how frustratingly hard it is to come back from a 4 stock deficit.
Yeah, and I think for us Fox mains, we're very skewed on this because
You
our
can actually chain grab a spacey to death and come back.
well,
Or
yeah, you can actually just combo like
yeah,
every character to death if you're playing good enough.
like with Fox, the nice thing is specifically either you're playing against a character you can theoretically just combo to death, or
Yeah.
you're winning neutral really hard. It's one
Yeah,
of the
well,
two. There are no
that's
characters with good enough neutral that you can't do a 0 to death on.
yeah. Oh,
Whoop. Extra mileage, extra mileage.
oh,
But that is not the case for this. You can legitimately just neutral your way here for an hour without someone dominantly winning just on their
I
character
think the problem
playing well enough.
with this is that I don't know if the timer is gonna be enough.
I am willing to bet that considering we also had solo battle versus Nicholas earlier, which lasted 7 minutes.
That's a
I'm
stitch.
assuming it's fine. This is also a stitch, but he's not going to use it.
Okay, he doesn't get to use it because Niklas is the bomb god. Okay,
Nicholas is the bomb
Invincible
guy.
Peach, you cannot be close to her. Oh, it's 2 damage.
Oh.
Paju,
One more hit
I
for this
think he's
stock.
just he wants Paju to become impatient so bad.
Yep. That is the game plan.
That is the game plan. It's not even about percent, it's about please start rushing into me and give me
That being
3
said,
buffs.
according to my earlier theory of just having to do 30% into straight
Oh, that's
before that brutal down smash, they would have technically already had his mileage. Now he definitely has his mileage. This is the point where Stray Nair is going to be a serious threat to Nicholas's stock count.
Yeah.
He actually threw away a stitch there because it would interfere
no.
with the potential. Where the thing with stitches is they are very volatile, and if your opponent catches them, and Nicholas is a player who plays with items because he's a youngling player,
Yeah.
they have bombs. He could potentially get a comeback mechanic. So he pulled a stitch, if I saw it correctly, and he literally just was like, "Nah, he's already at 100. This stitch is no longer for me. I'll just pull another turnip. I have the time anyway."
I would have loved to have seen that match with 2 Niklas stocks instead of 1, because I think that would have been way better.
That would have been a lot more close, respectable, and not just like, oh, he hit 2 hits. Well, he is on pace to destroy him. So yeah, I agree. It would have been a lot more fun with Nicholas on 2 stocks.
Yeah.